This tutorial will take you through the online application for the New Hampshire State Council on the Arts Public Value Partnership Grant Program for fiscal years 2024 and 2025. The tutorial assumes that you have created a free account at submittable.com and that you are logged into the system. So the first thing you're going to fill out on this application is the amount you are requesting per year in this box. So before you do anything else, you need to do the budget form, you need to have everything ready so that you know when you start the application how much you're asking for. Then we move on to the applicant data, and this is all of the kind of information you would expect that we are asking. The official IRS name, the email address, the snail mail address, phone number, website, Creative Ground link, and then we're asking for your unique entity identifier. This is a new requirement from the federal government, and you cannot apply without one. In the past, if you've applied to us before, you know that we've asked for DUNS numbers, and that has gone away in favor of the UEI. There is a link here in the form if you have not yet applied for your UEI with some information on how to do that. After that, we need information about the authorized official of your organization. And again, we're asking again for the grant amount here. And then you need to choose a code for your arts discipline, your organization's primary arts discipline. And there is a drop-down list here that is very comprehensive. So take a look at that. You need to choose these codes. We report back to the National Endowment for the Arts and the National Assembly of State Arts Agencies with this information. And if you've got questions about the codes, contact the administrator of this particular grant program. Then we want more information about your organization, when you were founded, incorporated, the year you received your IRS exemption, how many staff you have, both administrative and artistic and technical, number of volunteers. And then we want a fiscal summary with the dates of your current fiscal year, your organization's total income in that year, and total expense. And so we want the past year, the fiscal year you're in, or the present year, the one you just finished, and what you're projecting for your next fiscal year. The second section is the contact person or the site coordinator, and you only need to fill this out if it's different from the authorized official you listed in the first section. Now we come to the grant request information. And again, we're asking for that amount again. So you pop that in there. You want to tell us how many towns and communities will benefit from your work, how many youth under age 18 will engage in the arts through your organization through live arts experiences. Same for the number of adults. And so you're not going to count people you're engaging through your online experiences, just live arts experiences. Then you are going to give us some demographic information about the people that you serve. And so that information is here in terms of age. We also have ethnicity and distinct groups. And so then we want to know how many artists are directly involved in your organization and how many of them are New Hampshire artists. Section 4 is all about accessibility and facilities information. And so you want to name the facility or facilities where your organization's activities that are funded by the grant will occur. You want to tell us who your ADA coordinator is, whether the facility is accessible to people with disabilities, if accessibility is part of your long-range plan, if you have done an ADA self-evaluation, if you have policies and procedures that have already been established that address non-discrimination against people with disabilities, and whether that information is posted, and then whether you own the facility If you don't own the facility, you need to tell us who the owner is, what their address is, and some information about your lease. Section 5 now is the document upload section, and uploading documents to Submittable is just like attaching files to an email or uploading a photograph to Instagram. You're going to click Choose File. A window will open. You will choose where on your computer the file lives. You will click on that file, and then you'll be instructed to attach it. So we've got the narrative questions. These are at the end of the guidelines. There is a budget form. And before I go on, I just want to say that we prefer all of your files to be uploaded in PDF format. That means that we will not be able to inadvertently edit a Word document or an Excel document. So we really do prefer that everything be uploaded in PDF format. So letter C, we want keep biographies of your key staff. D, your organizational staffing chart, list of your board, your current long-range plan that covers the grant funding period. And remember, this grant is for 2 years. So that's state fiscal year 2024 and 2025. Your board-approved financial statement from your most recently completed fiscal year. And so for organizations with an annual budget of $500,000 or more, include a statement or audit. Organizations with budgets under $500,000, you can submit a balance sheet and a P&L. Let's see, now in letter H, program materials. And you can upload a number of different kinds of files here. You can select 2 files to attach here. And so we really prefer, if you've got more than 2 files that you want to attach, we prefer that you zip them. And there's a grant here that if you click on it, it'll take you to a little video that will show you exactly how to zip up files. And ideally, really, we would like to have program materials linked to in your narrative. But again, you can certainly upload here. Work samples, if you have work samples to upload, they can be uploaded here as well. Again, we prefer that those files be zipped. We also want your government certification letters. So this is your IRS determination letter and your current letter of good standing from the New Hampshire Secretary of State. Then there's some certifications and assurances about COVID-19. There is an agreement that you will credit us and the National Endowment for the Arts, and then the certification. And this certification is your electronic signature. And so after you click the agree box, then you'll type in your name and your title. And then you will click submit. When you click submit, hopefully the system will accept your application. If it does not, that means that you didn't fill out a required field. And fields that have an asterisk next to them are required. So you'll have to scroll up and figure out what you didn't do. You can also save your draft as you're working on it. Submittable is very stable, but sometimes it's a good idea, maybe every 5 or 10 minutes, to come down and click Save Draft. So that's it. Pretty straightforward form. Please let us know if you have questions, and we look forward to seeing your application.